हेलो एवरीवन, दिस इज योर होस्ट समीर सत्यार्थ। तो आज हमारे साथ है एक एंटरप्रेन्योर जो जिन्हें कि हम कह सकते हैं ही इज आल्सो एन एंटरप्रेन्योर। इज नॉट ओनली एसोसिएटेड विथ वन स्टार्टअप और वन बिजनेस, ही इज डूइंग लाइक लिटरली ही इज डूइंग मेनी थिंग्स। तो आज हम यश जावरी जी से मिलेंगे, इनकी जर्नी के बारे में इनसे सुनेंगे। अभी तक हमने इन्हें द एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ऑफ इंडिया के मैगजीन में देखा है और भी कई सारी जगहों पे हमने इनके बारे में पढ़ा है, बट शायद ये पहली बार होगा जब हम इन्हें इनकी चीज़ों को इनसे सुनेंगे। सो वेल, आई एम वेलकमिंग यू यश जाफरी सर ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म ऑफ रेडो न्यूज।
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be on this platform.
ओके, तो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच आई वांट टू नो, विच आवर ऑडियंस विल वांट टू नो, इज टेल समथिंग अबाउट योर सेल्फ and your profession, your family background, and how these all things are started as a because you are an entrepreneur. So how these all things are started?
Sure. So, firstly, I'm 27 years old, and basically, I have my family business is into healthcare and hygiene. So, क्या हुआ था कि I graduated in the year 2020, and 2020 में basically pandemic came, and I have done my majors in marketing and entrepreneurship. So basically, I had a lot of fondness for say marketing since a very long time, like since school and all. जब मैं 11th and 12th में था, I really like doing marketing. I used to read a lot of marketing books and so on and so forth. So when I came to college, like जब मैंने undergraduate किया, I have done my BME, which is Bachelor's in Management and Entrepreneurship, and I have done my BCom, like Bachelor's in Commerce. सो ये दोनों डिग्री करके जब व्हेन आई पास्ड आउट, आई सॉ दैट यार पैंडेमिक हैज कम, सो देन आई couldn't go out to study, nor I could study over here in India. So I was like, might as well join my family business, and why not see कि भाई क्या है and what is happening. So basically my family business is into healthcare and hygiene. Basically my father, जिनको मैं अपना एक idol भी समझता हूँ, एक mentor समझता हूँ, also someone who's helped me a lot and has got me up till here and made me who I am today. Basically he is a typical businessman, a typical entrepreneur who has been working in this healthcare and hygiene field since past 40 years right now. And Joe, what he at my age, what he used to do when he had gone to US to study was basically he had done his masters in pharma, so basically in pharmaceuticals. So he kind of got a job as a pharma scientist at Pfizer, and then later on went on to work with Johnson and Johnson. So basically, when he came down to India, he was the first one to bring in that three-ply material जो होता है, that what we are using right now for COVID and all. He was the one to bring that to India basically. So he built an empire, he struggled a lot. He obviously, made sure that कि कैसे क्या होता है. He learned what healthcare and hygiene is. He learned the market over here and all that stuff. And then he came out with his own company. And today, basically, the company is called We Care Meditex Private Limited, which is basically a company which manufactures surgical and non-surgical and non-woven products like PPE kits, three-ply mask, isolation gown, etc. So जब मैं pass out हुआ like in 2020, I thought that let me learn the family business, let me see what happens. And obviously कहीं पे भी masters करने के लिए या MBA करने के लिए work experience is required, at least 2 या 3 years का. So I was like, let me do this. So today, after 3.5 years of working in my family business, in July 2021, I told my dad कि dad, अब मुझे कुछ अपना start करना है, because I'm already in taking interest in healthcare and hygiene. Why don't I do something? So he's like, okay, go ahead and do something which you feel you like and all. So I started up with my startup called Medizorb Solutions, from July onwards, and today it's already 2023 Jan. So it's been fairly recent startup hai, matlab it's been 8 months now. And since 8 months, I've been working on my, startup. I've been trying to promote my startup, market my startup, and very soon, probably by Jan or Feb, we'll be also launching our first ever product in this startup, like as a brand. So this is what my, family business is about, and this is what I have been doing. And as I told you that ki, even when it comes to say entrepreneurship and marketing, this is just business work and all. But as a person, I'm very, very, say open, very friendly. I love networking, talking to people, talking to different people who come from different walks of life, I like to, chill with my friends. I like to talk to them. I like to talk business. I'm quite aware of current affairs. I know that whatever is, happening around the world. I love reading business books. I like playing sports. And as I told you, that my side hustle is also like I am a certified freelance photographer as well as a LinkedIn content writer. Not certified, but I like writing. So जैसे कुछ भी हो जाए, जैसे whether it's on entrepreneurship, marketing, growth mindset, whatever, I like writing it on LinkedIn. So this is what, as I told you, that my family business is about, and this is completely me.
ओके, सो बेसिकली हमारे इंडिया में अभी का सिचुएशन में आफ्टर कोविड काफी सारे
Right,
स्टार्टअप अब है अभी, लाइक पीपल आर हसलिंग इन द फील्ड ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स, बट
correct,
जो लाइक स्टार्टअप बिल्ड कर रहे हैं या फिर स्टार्टअप रन कर रहे हैं, उनमें से मैक्सिमम लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि मे बी आपने जो मेजर्स किया अपना एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में, मे बी उन्होंने नहीं किया।
right,
दे आर जस्ट
right,
हाउ टू रन द बिजनेस, वो चीजों को बेचना खरीदना जानते हैं, एंड दे स्टार्टिंग द सेलिंग बाय सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ द क्लाइंट्स। तो बेसिक
right.
चाहता हूँ कि आफ्टर डूइंग योर मेजर्स ऑन द एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, इससे आपको अपनी कंपनी बिल्ड करने में, अपने स्टार्टअप को रन करने में क्या हेल्प मिली? So basically, the people will also get motivated. Yes, we can also do a degree on the entrepreneurship because this is very rare in the India.
Right, right. So firstly, I think आपने जैसे what you said, I think entrepreneurship or being an entrepreneur in India is no more a taboo, or कि अरे families will be like कि अरे तुम startup करोगे तो तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होगा, or families will be like कि no, we shouldn't do, or we cannot do, or something. In fact, now more or less if you go to see, startups are coming up in India. In fact, India has got almost 70 to 80% startups right now currently. And we see, like, look at Swiggy, look at Zomato, look at Mama the boat, like, so many startups are coming up and are filing for IPOs now and are doing wonders. In fact, I am a big fan of Shark Tank India, which basically Shark Tank that used to come in America or still is running. Now we also have Shark Tank India. So it is giving so many opportunities to young entrepreneurs and young uh, young-minded business people to like come up and show their skills, and also like to talk about their idea, and like to be an entrepreneur. So it's very good. So it's like not a big taboo now to say that entrepreneurship यार करोगे तो ये problem होगा, वो problem. Obviously, whether you build a company or you have a family business or you're an entrepreneur and you have your own startup, hustling and struggle तो सब जगह ही है, of course. And अगर अभी आपने जैसे if you have seen the new series, rather this OTT series called The Pictures,
Hmm.
तो Pictures में भी ये दिखाया है कि भाई how difficult and tough it is to come up with your own startup, जहाँ पे you require investment, you require funding, you require a good team who is at the same level as you. Then you have uh, so much of say legal work to do. You need to go and meet, network and all. But after all, in the end, there is always like a positive approach towards every startup. So like जैसे मैंने entrepreneurship की डिग्री की भी है, I think it's not very tough now in India to get an entrepreneurship degree or like to do entrepreneurship, because many now colleges, schools, or even organizations are making sure that there is some kind of subject on entrepreneurship, or some kind of lecture on entrepreneurship given to our youngsters, so that they go ahead and they build a good startup, a good name for themselves.
Okay, so that's a very great answer for the questions. So let me tell the forward. Sorry. Yes. So basically, I want to know something about your own startup, like what products you are selling, what solution you are providing to the customers. So please elaborate your business.
Sure. So basically, Medizorb Solutions, firstly, जो name आया Medizorb Solutions is from basically medical, which is medi, and
Hmm.
zorb means absorb ka absorb. Now, exactly, and solutions. So key solution. So now basically Medizorb Solutions is my startup, like my baby that I'll call it, is basically trying to solve a very big solution everywhere globally or even in India, to basically maximize, to minimize spillage control. So basically, Medizorb may the first product that we are going to launch is going to be called as HyZorb, HyZorb, HyZorb. Basically, it is nothing but a multi-purpose liquid solidifier which can solidify any kind of liquid which is fallen on any kind of surface. So, for instance, you drink tea or you drink milk or you drink water and you spill that on the floor, or आपसे mistakenly या by mistake आपसे tea coffee कुछ भी गिर जाए, तो what you can do is, HyZorb is a powder basically. What you do is you just sprinkle that powder on that wet area, that surface, like wherever the spillage is there, and wait for a couple of seconds to say a minute, and it will completely solidify that particular um, liquid and will make it into a slush kind of structure, which can be easily then disposed of with your normal garbage. And the best part is that our product has got 1% chlorine in it. The powder has got 1% chlorine in it, which also acts as a disinfectant, which will not leave any kind of odor or any kind of stain on the surface. And this I have myself tried on various liquids such as milk, water, oil, vinegar, alcohol, tea, coffee, all sorts of liquids. And also, I've tried on various surfaces like wooden flooring, marble, graphite, granite, then carpet. So it's working wonders everywhere. And this particular product is going to be launched very soon, somewhere in the month of Jan or say in Feb. So right now I'm already on my packaging stage, and then my costing will be done, and then I will come out with this product. The R&D is already been done. We have already, filed for a patent. I'm already, looking for say investments and funding and all for my startup and for this product. So yeah, I mean, soon I'm going to launch this product, and basically my vision for this startup is to basically minimize the um, spillage, and to make sure that the entire spillage is not messy, and it makes it easier for everyone to clean up things.
Hmm.
So this you can use it in restaurants, you can use it in cafes, you can use it in homes, you can use it in cars, you can use it at various places, and it's very, very easy to use it. So yeah.
Okay. So I think this is a very great product, and I don't think there is any competition of this product right now because you said you are filing the patent, so that this is a unique
Yes,
product in
so
the
yes,
market.
definitely. So there is no one in India as of now who's coming out with this or is already there in the market existing or something. So this is a very new concept. This may be in the form of say spray or something,
Yes,
but
very.
there's nothing like in the powder form. And I'm also looking at like, say my target audience would rather be like say pet owners, then vets, then pet stores, then homemakers, then mothers who have got, say, infants and babies who keep on peeing around, restaurants, cafes, wherever there is lot of spillage and, messiness around, this can solve the purpose.
Okay. Okay, so let's move toward the next question. So, as an
Sure.
entrepreneur, like I'm also running my company, and you are an entrepreneur. So, I want to know your view. What are the major habits, a good habits for an entrepreneur to become a successful or run a successful startup? 3 to 4 habits that you think it should be in any entrepreneur to run a good startup.
So I think first would be communication because in an entrepreneur, pitching is very, very necessary. Whether it is an elevator pitch or a proper pitch deck, it's very necessary to communicate well, because if you are able to communicate well, if you are able to just impress someone by your talking and your way of selling only, that's where half of your battle is being won with your customer.
Mhm.
And when I was say even when I was in college and when I was learning entrepreneurship, I remember my professor telling me that never sell benefits or talk about features. Always target the customers and the consumers on their emotions, because if you will really try to capture their emotions, or rather try to pinch their emotions, that's where people will be able to connect with you and will be able to buy your product. So this is one quality that should be there in an entrepreneur. That communication should be really good, and you should be able to say convey your message to the customer in a very easy way. Then, secondly, you should be very good with networking, because obviously right now, if you go to see, networking is the key to success.
Mhm.
It's like the more you network, the more good connections you build, the more people you have in your peripheral, in your basket, it's better for you, because you never know कि कब जाके you will uh,
You will.
require help from that person, and that person will require your help. So it
Mhm.
is very, very important to build healthy connections in today's generation.
Yeah.
Then, thirdly, I think an entrepreneur should know the entire, say, industry in and out. Like whatever industry you are in, whether it's healthcare, whether it's pharma, whether it is, textile, whatever industry, an entrepreneur should know about that industry in and out. Should know their competitors very well, should know the market very well, should know that how the mindset of every customer is in our Indian market. So that's very, important to analyze and then evaluate and then see that how you can, come out with your product. And lastly, I would say that for an entrepreneur, it's very, very important to keep their head and mind focused, because if you will be focused and if you will like trust the process, then you will never fail in whatever you're doing. Because obviously, as an entrepreneur and in the startup business, obviously there are many ups and downs. There are many failures. Obviously, there are many times where you'll be rejected by so many investments, fundraisers. Many times, people will say that your pitch is not good and all, but never look back. Always keep your chin up and move forward and, focus and trust the process. So I think these 4 to 5 habits are very important for an entrepreneur to go ahead, move forward, and make a name for themselves in the entire entrepreneurial market or the.
Yeah, so these all are the key points which will help the entrepreneur to start, at least for the in the step of the bootstrapping. You must have a good networking, you must have a good communication,
Yes,
and the main thing is that knowing your competitors, not for just compete with them,
exactly.
just know the what services are different are they providing than the us. and believe,
Exactly.
and also believe in the collaborations, because this is very much like important in today's entrepreneurship. Okay, sir.
Definitely.
So our next question is, sir, as you said beside that you are a freelance photographer too. So
Hmm.
we want to know about your that journey, how the photography journey has started, and how you are managing the both the things at the same time, that entrepreneurship and photography.
Sure. So, I mean, I've always been into photography. I mean, even like say 4 or 5 years back when I was in my early 20s, now I'm 27, but in my early 20s, I used to like clicking pictures of other people. I would, take pictures from my phone and all that. Then last year, I thought to myself that, Arey, why not make my passion, which is photography, into something which I feel that I can just, get easy income from there, like a side hustle. So I went and I joined like a professional photography course, and which I did for 3 months. And I landed up, getting a certificate. And now today I'm a certified freelance photographer. So it's like, this, like say 2 years back, I had gone on a trip with my family, and I just went to a place where there was a lot of say nature and scenery and all that stuff. So I started like capturing, pictures, photos on my phone and all. And I saw that, Arey, wow, I'm very good with it. And the pictures are coming out really well and all. So why not come out with my own Instagram page on photography? And why not take up photography as a side hustle and like try to upskill myself in this profession and in this field as well. So this is how I started, doing photography. And today, as I told you, that I am a certified freelance photographer, and I specialize in five kind of photography areas. One is food photography, portrait photography, street photography, product photography, and event photography, like for events basically. So these are my five main areas where I do photography. I have done some gigs, I've done some photography for some clients and for my friends for their products and all. So this is like a side hustle. So basically, since it's a side hustle, it's like, making quick money, uh, you know, easy to navigate from one thing to another thing. So it's like kind of easy. But of course, like since Medizorb Solutions is my own startup and now I'm working on it, this is my focus. And this is something that I want to really take ahead right now. So for the time being, photography is being kept aside. Like whenever I get a good client or whenever I get good opportunity to do a photo shoot for someone, I will take that up. Otherwise, right now I'm focusing on my entrepreneurial journey only on my startup right now.
Okay, so that's a great. And as an entrepreneur, let me ask some questions. Like I have just have a session with the young students who have just started their business, who are in the bootstrapping. So can you tell like that experience when you just agreed the parent that I want to start my company, my own company, and what was the reaction? Yes, you can go. Is it normal, or you faced any struggle for that?
Mm. Actually, when it came to this thing, I didn't face a lot of obstacles or struggles because as I told you, my family is already into healthcare and hygiene. So it was very easy for me to just tell my dad that if I want to do something, if I want to start, I would want to start in healthcare only, but into the industry which is FMCG. So basically, the product that I'm going to come out is basically I'm looking at making it into an FMCG, and like I'm trying to penetrate to the FMCG market, and I want to make my product a B2B and a B2C product because it's solving a purpose. So it didn't you know matter to my parents whether I am, say, starting up or not. It was very easy for me to go about it, because obviously at my age, I told my dad that, now enough is enough. I don't want to obviously come to you for my personal expense or for the smallest of, expenses. I rather earn for myself and then, go ahead and spend it on myself, or, spend it, because वो जो मजा है, the feeling that you get when you earn and then you spend it on yourself is completely different. And that moment of achievement that you get, that, oh, I have earned, whether it is 10 rupees, 20 rupees, or 500 rupees, or 1,000. But when you get that 1,000 rupees, when you earn that 1,000 rupees, and when you spend it, the feeling is only different. So it's very, you know, say, it was very easy for me to go about it. My parents did not tell me anything. The challenge that you get, or rather you face, is after starting up, because after starting up, you need to make several cold calls, you need to send several emails, you need to, make sure that you have a good investor, you need to say, file for patent, then you need to do a lot of legalization, then filing for GST, then, also coming up with various things. So this is how, the challenges are
Okay. So
after.
yeah, yeah. After starting your company, so
Exactly.
the advice which you want to give to the audience, to the new outcomers, that how to choose a proper team, because as an entrepreneur, as a startup founder, you must have a good team. And in many cases in India, the many companies fails just because of their team. They don't keep the team of same expat, of same thoughts. So how to choose the team which will help you to grow your business?
I think basically, choosing a team or recruiting a team is also very important, because obviously, if you are at the same page and if you have the same kind of mindset, then only you will be able to grow. So I think you need to first see that, what kind of skills they are coming with. Are they dynamic enough? Are they go-getters? Or, are they able to understand your product? Firstly, even the people that you are hiring should be knowing about your industry, about your product, and also should be well aware of how a startup works, and how, the entire entrepreneur networking is. They should be well connected with people who are of, from the entrepreneur ways, or, who should be having good startups and all, because they are the ones who can bring in more, say, connections, more networking, and more sales in your startup. So these are the factors that you look into a person when you're recruiting for a startup.
Okay. So at the last, I want to know what are your future plans? So yes, you have the future plans regarding your startup, but is there any other future plans that you are planning to do in the upcoming 5 years? So please let us know.
So right now the future plan is this only, that like I'm just waiting for my product to get launched, and then, once it's launched, I'll get to know that what the feedback is, whether the people are liking my product or not, if there are any changes to be made. If the feedback is good, then obviously I will be able to generate the sales and revenue that I have in mind. If the feedback is like not all that great, I'll make sure that whatever or however the customers want, I'll try to, make changes into my product. And obviously, like, getting into Forbes 30 under 30, because right now I'm 27. So coming into Forbes is one of my main vision as an entrepreneur. Then, getting featured on many magazines, getting featured everywhere. Also like taking my startup global, making sure that, the problem of spillage is being taken care of, and basically my vision is to like make sure that, the entire process of cleaning any kind of mess whether in the house or in your office or wherever, becomes very easy and simpler. So these are the, long-term goals and visions that I have right now for my startup. And one of the most, say, biggest achievement that I have been able to um, achieve is that I have been selected and validated for the World Startup Convention, which is happening in March in India. So that's my first achievement. And my second achievement is that I have also been awarded the most outstanding contribution in healthcare and hygiene industry by MSME, Government of India.
Hmm.
So these are the goals that I've achieved already in 2023. So for me, 2023 starting has been really good. And then let's see how it pans out.
Okay. So
So
the reasons of you are really great, and I hope you will achieve everything which you want in the upcoming 5 years or 3 years. And I would love to see you
thank
in
you
the
so
top
much.
30 of 30 because you are like you deserves that. I think you are deserving for that.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank you so much.
thank you so much for giving your time, Yash Javeri, and I hope we will meet soon in the other interview or other podcast. Thank you so much.
Yes, for
Thank,
sure. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Lovely talking to you. Thank you.